shot, make a friend, just enjoy the moment. A blue sky walking on these haters. Celebrate every day like a birthday. Things come to those that wait up. But don't wait to jump in too long. Don't sleep, you gotta stay up. Don't sleep, you gotta stay up. Outstanding, so I stand out. I'm more beige than a black house. Top gun on my Tom Cruise. Life for keeps and I don't lose. You're more than loving, cause I'm cool as a breeze. So pick a poison, yeah, I got what you need. Nonchalant, got the green, I'm a patient on life. We gon' keep it psychedelic like a cat, better stand, catch a wave on us. Take a shot, make a friend, just enjoy the moment. A blue sky walking on these haters. Celebrate every day like a birthday. Things come to those that wait up. But don't wait to jump in too long. Don't sleep, you gotta stay up. Don't sleep, you gotta stay up.
Hey, everyone. It is finally time to talk about this movie. Finally. It's got a lot of mixed reviews on it. It's had a lot of haters before the movie even came to the theaters. But I am not here by myself to talk about this movie because I got a lot to say. We got a lot to say. I know you all in the chat are gonna have some thoughts, ideas, opinions. We're gonna talk about everything. This will be a spoiler review, okay? So if you don't want anything in the movie spoiled, then save this and then come on back. I have a spoiler-free review in the shorts section on the channel. So my out of theater reaction is spoiler-free. But this one, we're gonna talk about it. All of it. Good, bad, ugly. And then we will save the rating to the end of the movie. So we're going to give our overall rating at the very end of the panel. And if you are new here, my name is Kay Bly. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the thumbs up. Go ahead and like and share this video because we are live and we are talking about Captain America, Brave New World. Let's see how Sam Wilson did as Captain America. Let's bring up the first guest. Come on, Charles. Every Sunday, y'all can catch us talking about Severance. Y'all know we here for all things nerdy. Charles, when you was at the theater, how many times have you seen it, by the way?
I've only seen it twice. I'm about to go a third time tomorrow, though.
So how did you feel about the movie overall?
I mean, it's dope. There's some shortcomings in there. There's some things that I wanted to see. There's some timely things that, I know that they avoided because of the times. But, we'll get into it.
Okay. Well, let's bring up our next guest. She is no stranger to the channel. Again, if you haven't already noticed, this is Louise, lawyer, y'all, coming to the stage. See, how you feeling?
Hello. I'm here again with my briefcase, apparently to defend Captain America because the way the smear campaign is out here. But very happy to be here.
Exactly. When she come with her briefcase, y'all, look, be ready. Be ready for it. See, how did you feel about this movie?
I thought it was better than people were originally saying it was. The early reviews were very like I said, it felt like a smear campaign almost. So I wanted to see it for myself to get like a vibe for it. And I definitely have some thoughts that I'll say for the show, but yeah, I have a lot of thoughts.
Okay, well, we're going to get into it. But y'all, before we get into our discussion, we have one more guest. We have another nerd coming up here, and he's new to the channel. Malcolm, tell us about your channel and where you coming from, so they can go hit that subscribe button.
Well, my YouTube channel's name is The Black Kakashi. I mostly just do like commentary on like certain anime characters and certain anime moments, stuff like that. I tried doing like anime discussions, but it wasn't really feeling it at the moment. So I just was experimenting with the videos that I make now. And it surprisingly has grown my channel up a little bit more. I started with at the time, 300. Now I have 3.4 thousand subscribers. So that's all from last year. So I was blessed with that.
Okay. Come on, Team Blurds. You see, we out here. Y'all make sure you hit subscribe on See the Superior and the Black Kakashi channel. Y'all, let's get into our thoughts on Captain America Brave New World. But y'all know before we get into the discussion, we're going to start off with some foolishness right here at the beginning. So I want to know, outside of the MCU, what is your favorite role from Anthony Mackie? We know that the MCU is just one drop of, things that he's done with his career. So I would like to know, let's start with C. C, what has been your favorite role of Anthony Mackie outside of the MCU?
Okay, so outside of the MCU, he was great in Black Mirror. Honestly, they was acting their
Oh,
behinds off.
Lord.
I liked it. I don't know if y'all liked it. I liked it.
You
Very,
made Ashley watch that movie one time. That episode with him and Yaya. She's scarred for life now. She can't look at either one of them the same anymore.
Ooh, see, it was that good. That's why. So I'm going with Black Mirror for sure.
All right, Malcolm, what is your favorite role of Anthony Mackie outside of the MCU?
Judging from this list, I'll pick something from that because I think I've seen other roles of him in it. But
if it ain't on this list, well, look, what else you got then? What else you got?
Well, I can't think of it at the moment, but I'd have to look up his list of movies. But I think it's something else that's not on the list. But I'm gonna go with Notorious just because of his I'm Tupac scene.
That's some interesting choices.
No, I'm just playing. Actually, it would be either 8 Mile or Pain and Gain. I like him. I liked his character in Pain and Gain, even though I think his character in that one wasn't black. I think, but I don't know. But is either Pain or Gain or 8 Mile. 8 Mile is too notorious and easy to pick just because of Eminem. This guy's a gangster. His real name's Clarence.
Yeah. That's that. I was just gonna say that's most people's go-to right there. Pain and Gain was gonna be my pick because that movie was hilarious. If y'all have not seen Pain and Gain with The Rock, and I think it's Mark Wahlberg in there, right?
Yeah.
That movie was surprisingly really funny. So if you want a nice comedy that you haven't seen, watch Pain and Gain. Yeah, Charles, what's your favorite Anthony Mackie role?
8 Mile, because he was basically an extra. He was an extra in that movie. He had 3 or 4 speaking lines the whole movie, and it was just, if he never played Falcon, he would always be Clarence. It's like,
oh my gosh.
Apparently, he was in Detroit too. I'm looking up his movies and stuff. Detroit, that was a good movie, so I might have to pick that one too.
Detroit, the movie I feel like I ain't ever gonna watch because it's a horror movie.
It's about police brutality.
Yeah, the way they made it look on the trailers looked like a horror movie, and I like horror movies, but that was the wrong kind of horror because I researched the story of Detroit, like the real story, and I said, oh no, I can't do that one. But shout out to Anthony Mackie again. His credits are long, y'all. He'd been out in these streets long before the MCU, but if we're adding in the MCU, my favorite role of him would be, playing Sam Wilson. I really like him as Sam Wilson. Like him being Sam Wilson, erased even some of the crappy roles that he's done. Like this has really showed a lot of his acting skills. So I'm a roll with him in this movie. But jumping into this, before we get into the discussion, it was a lot of hate, like Steve was just saying, about this movie. All because, everybody, oh, he's not Steve Rogers, and I like y'all ain't even gave him a chance. Give him a minute, give him let him cook. He was Captain America all of 5 minutes in Falcon and Winter Soldier, like literally the last episode for a few minutes in the last episode. But so many people have so much to say about it. But I feel like overall he made a good Captain America. Charles, I'm gonna start with you. Do you feel like Sam Wilson makes a good Captain America?
Yeah, he's a dope Captain America. It's a different angle because Captain America's a mantle. It's not really like a person, and each person who is like held down that mantle, they've all had their own angle at being Captain America. So he's not Steve Rogers, and like he's still a good man though. And it's like like just looking at him is he's an example that there's more than one way to be a good man, you know. So yeah, I feel like he carries on the mantle well. Like Steve picked him for a reason.
Absolutely. Malcolm, do you feel like Sam Wilson makes a good Captain America?
Yeah, I think he does a really good job. I mean, I'm somebody that loves Steve Rogers. I don't really wouldn't say I like Captain America. I would say I like Steve Rogers more because that's literally who Steve Rogers is. He was Steve Rogers before taking up the name Captain America. But uh Sam Wilson, he does a really great job. I recently just saw his speech that he gave in the final episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And he was talking to the lady, and I was like, "Damn, that's a really good speech." He does a really great job. But I really think he does. He definitely earned it. Like you said, Cap chose him for a reason, so he definitely earned it.
Absolutely. See, what about you? Do you think Sam Wilson makes a good Captain America?
Okay, here's the thing, guys. Captain America is my favorite Avenger. He has been for quite some time, since pretty much Avengers 1. Now, with that being said, if we're getting into spoilers already, I hate the fact that he doesn't have the super soldier serum. That's the one part that makes me feel like, is he really a Captain America if he doesn't have the abilities? That's the only part that makes me feel like I wish he would have gotten that so it can be undeniably Captain America, even though he is Captain America. But it's always, in my opinion, there's no way that he can be on that same superhero level because technically he's not a superhero with no superpowers. However, he is a very interesting character. And of course, because he has the mantle of Captain America, he is Captain America. But without the powers, though, that's the only thing. I want him to take the super soldier serum so bad. But yeah, those are my thoughts.
Well, I mean, just to throw this out there, that bozo John Walker took the serum, and everybody thought he was Captain America.
Oh.
Look what happened to him.
His heart ain't right. He had an evil spirit, and it wasn't sitting right with him. I think he said that when it enhances whatever's already in you. So if you're already a bad person, you're going to become a worse person, which is how I don't understand how he's going to be in goddamn Thunderbolts when that come out, because like I thought he was supposed to be a bad guy, right?
Thunderbolts was bad guys. They're like the Marvel Comics version of Suicide Squad.
Yeah, but they're supposed to be like anti-heroes too. But if he's supposed to be this horrible man, and if the super soldier serum is supposed to enhance whatever's already in you, he should be a villain, like a full-blown villain, not an anti-hero, in my opinion.
He want to be a hero. That is the thing. Is like he want to be a hero. He's just not doing it right.
He's not fame and acclaim. That's what he wants, the fame and acclaim.
He's not good enough, and he got the places because of who he is instead of what he was. And he realized that when he put on the Captain America suit, he donned the mantle, and he didn't add up to the man or add up to the mantle of Captain America because he was there because he was ushered in. He didn't earn it. So that, I mean, I feel like he has a thing where his arc is gonna be coming to terms with his status in the army, in the military, in society as a white man who got places because he's a white man. So I don't think he's 100% bad. And like Sam got powers, fam. I don't care what nobody says. Nobody moves like that.
He got the power of the heart-shaped herb with that damn Wakandan vibranium. That's what he got.
It's the suit. If Batman can do it, I'm just saying.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he ain't a Superman. He ain't a superhero either. Batman.
First of all, y'all gonna stop hating on Batman. Let me tell you, we gonna do a live about Batman because there's be too many Batman haters when we come in here, and y'all know I defend Batman like I am on Bruce Wayne Enterprises payroll because y'all ain't gonna keep doing Batman like this. Before we talk about the Hulk for a second, thank you, Demarcus, for the $2 super chat. He would like to know who would win with a battle, M'Baku or Sam Wilson.
In a straight fight with no tech. M'Baku.
Right. Does he have the suit or not? That's the question.
Like if M'Baku got his piece of vibranium and Sam got his whole suit, then yeah, Sam. But if it's just hands,
Yeah.
M'Baku like twice dude's size.
I don't know if it's no suit, it's just blow for blow. I think M'Baku, but as we saw, Sam's been training against the super soldier, right? So maybe he stands a chance. I don't know. Maybe I might change. I might go with Sam. He was training with what's his name, Isaac.
M'Baku fought Namor, fam.
And Baku ain't about all that talking stuff. He gonna drag his ass.
I don't know. I think Sam might be prepared. He got a little agility though. He got a little agility.
Sam being squirrely, he really he be all over the place.
But all M'Baku got to do is just do his little chant, and it's game over.
So that's it. That's secret weapon right there. Yeah, I don't know. Unless he got them wings and can fly away from them, I don't see no hope for your boy.
Yeah, he gonna need a whole 9.
But getting back into the movie, so a little background for the Hulk, if you all aren't, well versed in it, and I actually went back and watched it because the Hulk is one of those movies that I put on and leave on and halfway watch. So I went back to like it be on like I seen it, but like I don't be seeing it because like if he ain't Hulk smashing, then I don't be paying attention.
Oh my God.
That's all the parts I miss. Like I'm there every time that, he hulks out. If he ain't hulked out, then I zone out. But in 2008's Hulk, which was kind of like leading into this whole MCU, that we had also we had, what's his name in the after credits? Stark was in the after credits of the movie. So we had Mr. Banner here on the run from Ross. He finds Stearns here to try to help him. He wants to be cured, basically. And the things happen, and the government, military find him. One of the soldiers end up getting more than enough of the gamma rays and turns into the Abomination, which I do believe was in She-Hulk. He made a return in that. And your boy here was he was mad at Ross for the whole time, and he was slowly plotting behind his back, giving him what he told. First of all, why would you trust somebody that you had held captive and blamed war crimes on and take medicine that they gave you? That was Ross' first mistake. It was why would you trust him of all people to give you something that was useful? Because he knew exactly what he was doing in that predicament. Charles.
Yeah, I feel like Ross was desperate. But yeah, I like the fact that they went back and they pulled on the strings of these like old concepts at the end of these movies from the first phase. There's quite a few things that they would hint towards, and nothing never came out of it. Like I'm still waiting for like Justin Hammer from the Iron Man series to get out of prison. And but like I always thought about the leader, the guy Stearns at the end of the Incredible Hulk movie. Like, where is the leader? Like, what's going on? They even mentioned stuff in old movies like The Cube, which is like a gamma-based supervillain prison or whatnot. And like, I'm thinking the leader's in there, and this and the third. And this movie just pretty much came back and said, "Nah, we got y'all," and explained all that. You know what I'm saying? From 2008 to now, a 13-year period. And I think it's crazy how they use just this untold story to show the progression of Ross's personality from then, when he blamed everything on Stearns to cover his own butt, to now where it comes full circle. He has to pay for all the stuff he's caused or whatnot. I think that's just wild storytelling.
Got it. Malcolm, how did you feel about them giving us a lot of the Hulk story in here. And did you watch the 2008 Hulk? Is that a movie that you've seen, well versed in?
Yeah, most definitely. I even watched the 2003 Hulk movie. So yeah, I'm very well versed. I'm very well versed in the Marvel movies. I actually I didn't really see this as a Captain America movie. I saw it as a Hulk movie because
Mm-hmm.
almost everything revolved around Hulk's story. So it's almost like the MCU is just saying F you to Universal, because if you can't give us the rights to a movie, we're just gonna keep adding more Hulk stuff to it. So I kind of like that. But I liked the progression of adding more Hulk stuff to the lore. Uh, I just want to say that if William Hurt or the other guy was playing Ross instead of Harrison Ford, I'll guarantee you that the first thing they would have done as president is go after the Hulk, because they had a special kind of hate for Bruce compared to Harrison Ford, just like just next level hatred. Everything was Bruce's fault. Everything was the Hulk's fault. He just wanted them gone right off the bat.
Oh, definitely, the beef was real. It was definitely real. It was so real that his daughter was just like, don't even address me as your daughter no more, because
Damn.
the way you acted towards my man, oh no, had to cut her own dad off the way he was acting. See, what about you? Did you see 2008's Hulk, and do you like how they added the leader into this story? Since they didn't never have a Hulk sequel to put the leader in,
Yeah.
I guess they said let's go ahead and use this as a sequel.
I haven't seen it in a minute. I have seen it, but it's been a while. I ain't gonna hold you. I do remember it being like the better Hulk movie. I think the one before that was kind of trash. This one was kind of like a little better. Um, and it makes me wonder: so that means our Hulk is the same, Hulk in that movie, right? That means
Yeah.
our Mark Ruffalo
Mm-hmm.
is the same, one and the same. I thought that it was a decision to make it very much connected to the Hulk in that storyline. I kind of understand the criticism where people were saying, "Oh, well, it's not really a Captain America movie; it's a Hulk, sequel." But to that, I say, what was Civil War? It wasn't really a Captain America movie; it was a damn Avengers 2.0. Or so. They do use multiple characters through all of Marvel in a lot of their movies. But I'm glad that this movie at least made an attempt to answer some unanswered questions, right? If anything, if anyone has something to say, at least you can say that it definitely made an attempt, which has been like a heavy criticism of Marvel, that they dropped all of these Easter eggs and all the end credit scenes, and they never go back to them. So yeah, I thought it was a decision to do it, but I'm glad that they kind of tied in some things and also tied in some newer things that we're going to see in the next phase.
Absolutely. Question in the chat. You think Stern created the Slovakia Accords?
Sokovia Accords.
Sokovia Accords. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Because being that he is what they could like genius level because of the gamma rays, that he's able to see possibilities into the future to know the turnout of things. So he absolutely did that to break up the Avengers. Absolutely.
Everything Ross did, I feel like Stearns was behind all
Yeah.
of it. From this
Yes.
2008 Hulk on, everything. Yeah, like when they said he was pulling the strings or whatever, like he had the little probability powers or whatever, it was like, oh my god. In the theater, I was like, oh my god, it's like he's responsible for everything.
Yeah.
That he was the guy in the chair for Ross, except for he was the guy in the chair, but he was kind of held captive to be his guy
In the sale.
in the sale, guy in the sale. Like, I'm gonna do what you telling me to do, but I'm plotting my own stuff, behind your back, kind of thing. So yeah, Stern's definitely been up to some foolishness, which is why, and we'll talk about the little after credits and whatnot. But definitely he probably got a good idea about what's about to happen with everything that he's done and the possibilities that he's calculated with his mind. He knows it's about to pop off real bad. So Ross here. So we get started real quick and let's introduce adamantium.
Right.
I said, okay, we let's keep moving forward with the with the mutant here. I'm ready and I've been ready. And it's like we have it, and I want to share with everybody because y'all know how Wakanda don't be wanting to share their vibranium, but I'm gonna share my adamantium if we get in the treaty together. I was just like, what you trying to say? Is that kind of like throwing some shade a little bit?
It was.
But they ain't got to share their vibranium. He's like, but this is the most powerful thing ever, and everybody can have some of it. We get the Serpent Society, which in the comic books they are a lot worse than they are in the show. Believe it or not, they are some horrible people in the comics. They kind of left out a little bit, but I'm glad that we got to see Giancarlo Esposito coming in here. Joaquin, he like, I'm trying to hang in there. I want y'all to see me. He said, "Can y'all see me in here?" What did y'all feel about the announcement of the adamantium? Them trying to retrieve stolen adamantium and the Serpent Society here. See,
I like that they introduced adamantium, right? Because I can't wait for the mutants to come around eventually, whenever we get to Doomsday and all of that. But I don't know how they're tying it into the Eternals in that way, because they're in the movie they said that they found it within this Eternal, that thing at the end of Eternals, that big gigantic thing. So I'm like, I wonder how they're going to tie that in. Are they going to say that it's actually a mutant? Like, what is that about? But yeah, when they said it, even people in the theaters, I went to see the movie theater. People were just like, oh snap, it was kind of unexpected. So I like that almost Easter egg in there. That was cool.
Absolutely. Charles, how did you feel about them announcing the stolen adamantium? Announcing that we retrieved the stolen adamantium, and of all people, they got to get it back from the Serpent. Because what was the Serpent Society finna do with it anyway? What was y'all about to do?
Well, they kind of got set up by Stern anyway to be there.
Right.
So but when they introduced the element, I had I'm deep in this, so I had heard it was going to be in the movie before I saw the movie. But my thought process going into it was that it was going to be one of those like conspiracy spy thriller type joints, like Captain America retrieves the adamantium, not knowing what it is, gives it back to the U.S. Then he figures out that it's surrounding the Weapons Plus program, which is like the super soldiers. And then he figures out that the United States, knows about mutants and they're experimenting on mutants. And now he has a dilemma with serving his country versus doing the right thing, which is Captain America's whole entire thing. That's what I thought they were like going with it, but they didn't do that. So I was kind of disappointed, and like from that angle, because I kind of wanted to go towards like the Weapon X. We're gonna get Wolverine soon type thing, but they didn't really go there. But I do dig the world building. Like they made the world so much bigger from an international perspective. Because prior to this, we got a fictional country that Wanda came from and Wakanda. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But now we got Japan, and other nations involved in this conflict over this rare, metal. So yeah, I dig it. I dig what they did with it, but I wanted them to do something else with it. Personally.
See, that's what happened when you watch the spoilers. This was a complete shock to me. I ain't know that we was gonna start this off grabbing some adamantium. I ain't know. Malcolm, how did you feel about them starting off telling us like we got adamantium now to share with the world? How did you feel about that? And how did you feel about the Serpent Society introduction?
I really enjoyed the introduction of adamantium. I thought it was really cool that they're starting things off by introducing something related to the X-Men. I was really excited about that. But the whole time while they were arguing over the adamantium, in my head, I was thinking like, I don't know why y'all doing all this fighting. Stryker already done stole all of it. But But the Serpent Society, I really liked Gustavo. I'm sorry, I can't say his name, but I just call him Gustavo. I'm not really familiar with the Serpent Society. I mean, I watched their characters in was it Earth's Mightiest Avengers?
Earth's Mightiest Heroes,
yeah, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Yeah, I saw them in that. I thought they were really good in that. I wasn't expecting them to be very similar to that type of adaptation, but I really liked Gus's character, and I hope to see him more in the MCU. I thought it was really interesting to not just see him as, as Gus. I mean, he kind of still talks like him, but it was still nice to see him not be that type of character.
Yes, Giancarlo gonna be Giancarlo at all times.
They gravitas.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
It's
gonna be
funny
that.
though with the Serpent Society. The first time we actually see one of their characters is in freaking Wolverine, man. The one when he was in Japan, and that the chick with the snake tongue.
Oh yeah, the Viper chick.
Yeah, Viper. She's the first one we see. It's terrible depiction, and it's like they didn't try to depict these in Captain America the way that they are in the comics either. So it's like I don't know if they're just shying away from the snake theme or whatnot, but I would like to see them because like half of them are mutants,
right?
So it's like would have been a good opportunity again to go back to Weapons Plus program, Adamantium mutants.
But you don't think that would be too much? Like this movie had to do a lot now. It had to do a lot.
Exactly. That's what they were trying to be down to earth with that. They said, "Now we trying to be down to earth. We don't want to do nothing too crazy."
Exactly. Like a mutation, like fangs or something. You know what I'm saying? Like something.
Maybe if we see him in a later movie, they might.
Yeah.
When they bring the rest of the mutants out, then they can feel
safe. They're too damn old to get.
They might do something.
Late movers, you get your powers when you a teenager.
And keep in mind, Sam ain't got no damn super soldier serum. Like that's like he's just trying to do what he can do. Okay, he's fighting Hulk and mutants and stuff.
Exactly.
Y'all underestimating the wings.
Shout out to Dane for the $2 super chat. K salute, fist in there. That's right. Happy Black History Month. That's why we are here talking about Captain America: Brave New World. Shout out to Sam Wilson. My guy, Isaiah. Y'all. This is really what I wanted to see in the movie. Okay. I you know what? And I'm gonna say this. And I'm glad they didn't take this route because I thought, if they really wanted to be dark, they would have went here. But I thought that they set up Isaiah Bradley so that they could experiment with him with the adamantium. That's where I thought we was headed.
Oh, okay.
Because I mean, he said they experimented on him for 30 years as a super soldier, and you see he's still alive. So all the stuff that they were doing to him, he survived. So I'm pretty sure the government knows, like, hey, this one survived, a lot of stuff out here. Like, now that we got this adamantium, let's get him back in here. So I really thought that they were trying to do some stuff with him. So I'm glad that they didn't go that route. But I was here for Isaiah Bradley. Child, he had on his little Easter suit. I said, you go, Isaiah.
Oh my God.
Don't mess up my
suit. He said, I ain't got but this one, and I ain't wore it for one time now. Look, I'm trying to come in here fresh. First of all, I ain't even want to be here. I ain't even want to be here. I came here for y'all. And look, so as soon as he stepped foot in government sanctioned area, right back under the jail all over again. Malcolm, how did you feel about Isaiah Bradley and his story? In Falcon and Winter Soldier and carrying over into Captain America?
I really love this story in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It was nice to finally be introduced to the other Captain America, the first Black Captain America. I thought they did a really good job on the show. But for his character in the movie, I didn't really like it because this man spent 30 years in jail, and then the first 20 minutes of the movie, you send him right back into jail.
Right back under the jail.
Like, that's a little too realistic, Marvel.
They said we're gonna bring it down to earth, and if we ain't gonna arrest at least one black man in this movie, it ain't real. You gotta get at least one.
Uh-huh.
See, how did you feel about Isaiah Bradley?
This is my favorite character in the whole movie, Quiet as it kept. He was giving the performance. This actor, I think his name's Carl something. Great actor. He really embodied this character. And honestly, if we was really taking it there, I was scared they was going to shoot him down when he was running away from the White House. I said, "Oh, they about to kill this black man." I just knew it was
I
about
thought
to
we
kill
was gonna see him get shot in the streets.
I thought we was about to see him getting gunned down on the White House lawn. I wasn't gonna hold you, but I'm so glad that didn't happen. He was definitely the powerhouse performance of the movie. Like, I felt really emotional just watching him be imprisoned again, knowing his struggles and his history. But yeah, one of my favorite characters in the movie.
Absolutely. Charles, how did you feel about Isaiah Bradley and his story in the movie, that bringing him over from Captain America, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, to a Captain America movie, to let us know that this is somebody that really impacted Sam, that he's still in regular contact with. Like, I'm gonna keep this is my guy here, and then watching what happened to him.
Yeah, they got an unspoken bond. I mean, it's the black nod, you know what I'm saying? You see another black person, it's just the two of y'all in a place where it's just the two of y'all. And like, their connection is I mean, it is surface level. It is that they're both black, but they're also military men, and they understand being black in the military as well. That's why Sam has such a driving force for trying to get him out of prison. Because one, he knew it was something behind this. He had a friend who literally goes nuts based off some key words. You know what I'm saying? So he knows what mind control looks like. But the biggest part is that, this man did just get out of prison. And now he's going right back into prison. And I'm kind of the reason, because I brought him out here saying it was all right to be out here. And, so I felt like he was Sam's driving force, like, because Sam didn't have a lot of personal motivation outside of Bradley. Everything else was like Sam the counselor. I mean, he's a counselor, and that's his superpower. And this storyline, this story thread was kind of like his own personal thing. So yeah, I dug the Bradley connection. I hope we get to see more of him, like actually suit up like old man Cap.
And it's a big man too. You saw him stand next to everybody. That's a big man. He
clearly his power still worked. The way he jumped out that window, I said, okay.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
he's still good.
Fam, fast and strong.
He was running, boy.
He was.
I mean, if it wasn't the White House, he might have got away, because the helicopter to track him down, because he was gone. But Isaiah was not, feeling Sam working for the government and the president and all of that good stuff. He just was not, here for it. And he just, it just felt like he was going against everything that, wrong, that, especially, Ross ain't have like a good
rapport, anybody.
Exactly. He got really a good reputation out here in these streets. He ain't had a good rapport with the Avengers. He didn't get along too well, with Steve Rogers anyway. So it was just Isaiah was real bothered by seeing them together. But I blame, CERN, the leader. You ain't have to. You could have mind control anybody else, but why you had to take down Isaiah with you? First of all, why we had to do that? And we got the new Secret Service team and all this kind of stuff, because Ross is like, I'm a changed man. I want to do it better. I want to do it better. And the leader was just like, nah, the beef is going to be forever.
I mean, man is locked up, so you can't blame the leader regardless. Like, regardless, I feel like he chose Bradley on purpose, like because his whole thing is manipulating people. You know, like what's the best way to get Captain America out of your business? Mess with the person that's close to him. So now Cap is focused on this Bradley thing, and now I can do what I'm trying to do with Ross. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to separate people, play people against each other, or whatnot, and he's the probability man. So. But what got me in this scene though, when the whole crash out happened, was Lou Shorty. I forgot her name.
The Black Widow girl.
She's a real
Yeah,
The
the little
widow.
red room chick.
Yeah.
She like 5'1",
Oh, mhm.
and she like threw a man. I was like, does she have something?
She trained for this, okay?
Right.
That's why she got the job, because she could do
Exactly.
that. This is why she got the job. See, how
Yeah,
did you feel seeing Sam Wilson standing next to the president, knowing good and hell well Ross ain't even like the Avengers?
Sam gonna do his job. He's there to be the protector of the American way, if you will, right? And he's got to protect the president. I understand. This is probably one of my favorite scenes in the movie. It was very, high stakes. It just felt like so much action. So I really enjoyed this scene. But yeah, it's probably one of my favorite scenes. But he had to, he got to do his job, man. He got all the eyes on him. They already looking at him funny, like he got to do what he got to do.
Malcolm, how did you feel about Sam standing up here taking pictures with with world leaders and whatnot? And did you think maybe in this scene for a minute that Ross had changed, turned over a new leaf?
Well, I mean, it's Harrison Ford, so I was willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. But as for the picture, I didn't have a problem with it. I mean, it's Japan and America, so it's kind of funny if you look at it. Like one side has no problem with black people, and the other side does. So I just wanted to point that out. But I like that he was trying to work with Ross and at least give him the benefit of the doubt to try to make things work between him and the new Captain America and possibly forming a new Avengers in the future. So I liked where it was going, but I saw that it was gonna go spiraling down as soon as they went in the White House.
Oh, absolutely. I knew this wasn't gonna be a peaceful event. Because the leader said, "What peace? Ain't no peace. Ain't no peace here. Ain't no peace talk. Ain't no resurrection of no Avengers. Cause see, what's gonna happen is this medicine in your blood is gonna kick in real soon, and it's gonna kick in. And when it do, I want you to know it was me. Okay, this is what's gonna happen. I don't want nobody to get along. I ain't got no friends. Ain't nobody else gonna have no friends. Like he was just real grudge holding and mad this whole time. Like he need to go sit down and talk to Sam Wilson for a little bit so he can get it together. Charles, how did you feel about the leader just saying like all of this stuff, especially since Ross, was kind of in his had the leader in his back pocket, letting him know his every move and not knowing that this is the man that's going to be the one to take him down.
I mean, when the attack happened, Ross kind of knew because he called Buddy, was like, "Hey, you got eyes on Stern?" And dude was like, "Yeah," but he was watching the wall. But like, I mean, I want to believe Ross can turn over a new leaf, and there's times when that seems like that's genuine, but that old habits die hard because the only reason why Stern has control over Ross in any type of shape, form, or fashion is because Ross won't tell the truth about Stern. So like the peace talks are being ruined because it seems like it was an American hit job on world leaders inside the White House. You had people who were all American nationals, American citizens, taking shots at the president and other leaders during a peace talk or whatnot. And it's like Stern's entire thing is to rile up Ross so that gamma medicine he's giving them, would trigger. And Ross kind of knows that Stern can do this. Like, he knows that, because why else would he call and see if the guy was still under lock and key right after the attack? And then for Ross to also incarcerate Bradley, knowing that there could be something bigger, it's hard to be like Ross is a changed man. But at the same time, they kind of want to make us believe he's a changed man by the end of the movie.
Exactly. They still trying to sell us on Ross is trying to change in that. I don't know. Steve, do you feel like Ross was trying to change at this time? And did you not see that he was turning red?
Ross know he got one foot in the grave. That's why he trying to change, because he damn near at death's door. That's the only reason.
Yeah, right.
Right. Quiet as it's kept, I don't really much care for the casting of Ross either. I know there's a lot of Harrison Ford fans, but I feel like he should have went to someone else, because he's been calling it in for some years now as far as acting is concerned.
On up there.
Right. They got other folks out. It could have been Kevin Costner out here. He's still out here looking good and acting. So why? Anyway, I digress. I don't much like the character Ross. I feel like he's changed so much because he knows that he's dying, especially without the pills. And honestly, I know there's been some comparisons to Stern in Doctor Strange, and how he can look through 1,000 probabilities and find the one probability that's going to lead to the outcome. But it reminded me, when I was watching the movie, he reminded me very much of what's her name from The Boys. Y'all know who I'm talking about. The smartest person on
yeah.
Sage.
Yes, Sage. Very much
Sister Sage.
Sister Sage. Black Sage.
But why she gotta be Black Sage?
Not Black Sage. Oh, Sister Sage. Like that's any better, Sister Sage. But yeah, he reminded me of him trying to, orchestrate things from the background, going through all probabilities, kind of puppeteering the head person. So that's who he very much reminded me of in the movie.
Malcolm, how did you feel about Stern's evil plan all along? Like, he don't want no peace. He said, I don't care. This man don't get to change. Okay. If anything, he gonna change into is a Hulk. Ain't gonna be no change, man. You ain't gonna be no peaceful president. Not as much as you did to me. So no, it ain't gonna be none of that. I'm here for all the chaos and the crash out. And I want y'all to know who it was too. So how do you feel about him not even giving Ross a chance?
I feel like it was justifiable. I mean, he promised to free him, but he just didn't because of what he's done.
True.
But when I was first introduced to Stearns back in 2008, I didn't even think he would actually go that route to be a villain. I mean, I'm not familiar with the Hulk lore, so I thought he was like a good guy or something that just got infected with gamma rays. So I thought he was going to be a good character, but maybe I don't know. Is this character a villain?
Well, he thinks he's a good guy. He
a bad.
He feels that he's the good guy.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, he's terrible in the comics. Like, he wants to replicate like the Hulk and make a Hulk army, and with him being the brains behind it all, and he works hand in hand with like Blonsky. Yeah.
I mean, but I feel like he could have been a good person, but Ross made him into a terrible person. Okay.
I mean, he's more redeemable in the movie than he is in the comic books, but that's Marvel's route with most villains. But this movie didn't really have a villain. Everybody was just damaged goods. And that's why our protagonist was a counselor.
That's why you got to win, okay?
Those are superpowers, counselors.
That's right. Black therapists matter. That's right. I should have wore that shirt. I got one of those shirts too. And I wore my Marvel one today. because we ain't gonna play on Sam Wilson's top about that. Okay, he been doing that since day one. All right, and even when he got blipped, Steve Rogers said, "I'm gonna go in here and
Right.
run the
He
support groups."
did take
Okay,
his. He did.
okay. It's an important job that he's doing around here. Now, some of these people might not be adherent to all of this stuff because I don't think I trust the leader at this point. I feel like he still want to be a villain. Even from when you a villain, you're gonna be a villain in jail too. Okay, you're gonna be behind them walls plotting at the
Man,
same
they're
thing.
gonna put him with all the Gamma villains, so he gonna have his own little army, you know.
Exactly. He in there with a bunch of villains, and when you smart, he can sit there and manipulate people. I don't trust him for 1 second at all. He gonna have to show me that he's redeemable because right now I'm not seeing it. Y'all, we got some more to talk about to finish up this movie, and we're going to give you our overall rating at the very end of this live. But right now, because it's Black History Month, I just want to show love to all of our Black superheroes, and we're going to be right back in just a second.
It's maybe the night that my tears might let me know all the stars are closer, all the stars are closer, all the stars are closer. It's maybe the night that my tears might let me know all the stars are closer, all the stars are closer, all the stars are closer. It's maybe the night that my tears might let me know all the stars are closer, all the stars are closer, all the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gon' do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me. You and all your expectations, I don't even want your congratulations. I recognize your false confidence and calculated promises all in your conversation. I hate people that feel entitled. Look at me crazy cause I ain't invite you. Oh, you important, you the wall to the sun.
It's maybe the night that my tears might let me know all the stars are closer, all the stars are closer, all the stars are closer. It's maybe the night that my tears might let me know all the stars are closer, all the stars are closer, all the stars are closer. It's maybe the night that my tears might let me know all the stars are closer, all the stars are closer, all the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gon' do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me. You and all your expectations, I don't even want your congratulations. I recognize your false confidence and calculated promises all in your conversation. I hate people that feel entitled. Look at me crazy cause I ain't invite you. Oh, you important, you the wall to the sun.
All right.
Welcome back, y'all. If you have not already, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, hit like and subscribe. Slice of Horror, See the Superior, and the Black Kakashi. Go ahead and do that on all channels. And if you are not a channel member, consider joining the channel. There is exclusive content that is not on the channel for the public eye to see. There's a lot of content that has not been released to the public that you will get as a part of the membership. So make sure you hit subscribe and think about joining that channel membership. But we got some more to talk about with this movie, y'all. Because, you know, it ain't like Captain America ain't never went rogue before. Okay. Matter of fact, it was because of Ross that he done had to do some things before to say, look, I don't have to listen to you. I'm going to go and do my own thing. And Sam is no different. He said, you know what? Y'all doing some stuff. Y'all got some stuff going on. Let's go see what's going. And you know, I love that he has this guy in the chair with Joaquin. Joaquin want to be in so bad. He just like, I want to be down. Like, I don't care what it is. I want to be down. Whatever it is, I'm a roll with you. And I'm here. Just let me be Falcon. Okay. Let me be Falcon. But I'm glad that Sam made an executive decision to take it upon himself to see what's going on, because the government be lying. They be lying. Okay, Charles, how did you feel about Sam Wilson? And then he went back and pulled out a different suit to do this too. He said, "You know what? I got to change outfits to go and do this part of the job. Charles, how you feel about Sam Wilson? Said, let me grab this shield and do what I got to do.
I was really just waiting for this part to happen because Cap is always like, "Oh, those the orders. I'm gonna do the opposite," and like that's the reason why it took me like kind of aback when people were dissing Mackie about his statement about Captain America, like he doesn't represent America. It's like, bro, you know how many times in like Captain America's comic book history that he was told by America to do something, he said, "Screw that, I'm gonna do the right thing," which insinuates that America ain't always right. And like this is a perfect example. Like he figured out that the president of the United States was holding somebody at a black site, meaning no trial, no due process. You just threw a man in a hole. You know what I'm saying? So what is he gonna do? He's gonna do the right thing. The right thing is to go find this person in this black site. The American thing would be to keep that person there in the black site. You know what I'm saying? So Captain America doesn't always represent America. Most of the time he doesn't. He's a critic of America. This was the perfect scene for that. When this showed up, I was like, thank you. Because like people really don't understand the character, man. They think because his name is Captain America, like that's satire, fam. Like it's like calling a big man tiny. You know what I'm saying? Like the people don't get that about Cap. All they see is the patriotic aspect,
No, they see a John Walker is what they be trying to see. That's who they want to represent America. They want John Walker and they want Homelander. Malcolm, how did you
That's exactly it.
how did you feel about Sam just saying like, look, I don't trust what they're saying here, and I'm gonna do what I got to do to get Isaiah out of jail. I know it was some mind control stuff, and how did they not figure it was mind control stuff? They didn't mind control one super soldier already. He said, I got to prove my man innocent.
I agree with it. I mean, just like what CT said, that's literally what Captain America does. He goes against what's right in America's eyes and what's right in the people's eyes. Like you said, I agree with it. It would be shocking if he actually followed what Ross had said. Like that sounds like Captain America to the other people. So if he followed that, then that would make perfectly sense. The movie would have been over in like 5 minutes if he went that route.
Mm-hmm.
And not did nothing. Just said, oh, okay, I'm just supposed to just sit here and not do nothing and not know that y'all don't have secret locations and underground tunnels and holding files and experiments. Of course, y'all won't have it. Why would I not listen to anything you all say? Yeah, who is that naive? Actually, John Walker probably would have sat out and did something else and been on and trying to steal adamantium at this point. Okay, he probably would have already been doing that. See, how did you feel about Sam and then and Joaquin saying, okay, like he didn't even ask no questions. He was like, so we leaving right now?
Yeah. I like Joaquin. I think he's a very good Falcon so far. He's learning, but he has a passion in him that I like. And I really like the last scene where he said he never seen superheroes where he was from. And, he always aspired to be Falcon, right? When it comes to our Captain America and him leaning on the side of good, not necessarily on the side of America, yeah, it's the character, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Like, and there was so much controversy about his statements when Chris Evans said the same thing, like in years ago in an interview. And I honestly feel like people were just looking for a reason not to like this movie. They already weren't down for it for whatever reason, and they saw that a clip of Anthony Mackie, and that was just all they needed. And I also want to take this time to highlight. There's this event, an Instagram page called Cosplay Runway. They do runway esque cosplayer events in New York. And the head of that event took it upon herself, unprovoked, to go around spewing not my cap when it comes to Anthony Mackie. Like said that verbatim. And
It's a movie.
right. I was disgusted. So much so that I looked up. Her name is Catherine Sculler Grinwald. Catherine Sculler Grinwald was running around saying,
he said, because if it ain't real until you put a name on it. What's the name?
and I said, I cannot believe I showed up to this event.
That's crazy though.
Right. Unprovoked, bruh. And she apparently got invited to the premiere. I'm like, I wish Marvel would have known this so then they can revoke that ticket, bruh.
That's crazy.
Give me the ticket because for what it is a movie. Y'all be again, like I said, you know what? If you racist, just say that. Just say that part. You don't have to give us
let me know ahead of time. So
don't give us a review.
It's called Cosplay Runway. She's the head of Cosplay Runway. Look it up. But I did think that he did what he had to do. He's on the side of good, so he got to follow where his heart leads. So, and there's a reason why Steve Rogers gave him the mantle. He knows this is a good guy and he's going to do what's right. So yeah, he did what needed to be done.
Exactly. Steve Rogers handed it over to him. He didn't give it to. Well, why couldn't Bucky be? Because Bucky is a mass murderer. That's
Bucky's a terrorist. Like,
exactly.
As far as we know.
What? Again, for those people that ask that question, y'all want Homelander to be in charge of stuff, okay? Because if you think that is okay, then obviously your priorities ain't in the right place.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to go and get this who's going to be over the adamantium, who's going to be in charge of it. With the celestial that's in the water. For those who may have missed out on the Eternals, one of the celestials before it could, I guess, hatch for better terms, because what they do is they find a planet and they say, we let us cook until we decide we ready to come on out of there. And the Eternals was like, slow down to speed. I need you to stay right there. Pump your brakes. We don't need you coming out just yet. But while they stopped it in place for being able to like come all the way out of the earth, there's adamantium there. And being that the United States made an Asian country mad, which is not unheard of, they was just like, no, I don't want to be a part of your treaty. And since they don't want to be a part of the treaty, like, we're not sharing the adamantium with y'all. That's just it. It's ours now. And Ross was like, I don't care. We're still it. Mm-hmm. You don't want to share it with us, then we'll just take it. I was just like, this went left really fast. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, how? Who says that that's okay? That just because somebody told you no, that your plan is just to go and do it anyway. I'm just gonna go
the American way.
When you that powerful, you just do what you want to do, man.
Just go take it anyway. See, how did you feel when you saw this? When Japan was like, "We not sharing with y'all," and America was like, "That's fine."
Right. I'm laughing at what kind of wings are those?
Okay.
I enjoyed this scene because say what you want about this movie, it had some great action scenes. All of the action scenes were very, really well put together. So I liked it. I liked that, when they came through, they were slashing through missiles and everything else. I'm very easy to please when it comes to an action movie. Just give me some good action scenes, and I'm more than likely going to enjoy myself as long as the plot makes sense. I'm not talking about no Fast and Furious, BS over there.
Don't do that either. Now, don't do that. Some of my favorite pastimes. Okay,
But no, I enjoyed it. It was visually pleasing. It was a spectacle to watch. I liked it.
It was because the Wakanda did their thing with them wings, because they appear with like fighter jets out here flying around and doing a hell of a job with them them wings. I'm like, okay, they doing all kind of stuff, doing spins in the air and hopping on top of planes and stuff. That's what I'm talking about. Shuri did her big one with that super suit. Malcolm, how did you feel about America going to go steal something that don't belong to them?
Well, I just want to point out something real quick about what CT said about Fast and Furious. there technically was a Fast and Furious moment when Sam had rolled the missile.
Oh, he was on
That was
top of the
very.
He had to do it. He
Like,
had to do it
it's
again.
not there yet, but they show the scene with it.
I mean, they suspended reality for a second, but you know.
I mean,
Let's get on that level,
vibranium.
though.
You could just blame it on vibranium. That it does
Right.
everything. Yeah.
What's Fast and Furious excuse? Family. That's the reason they can do all that. No.
They suspend reality every movie. They are trying to be a Marvel movie,
Right.
But,
Yeah,
yes,
they
Malcolm,
should be so dead in that series. Like, oh my god, they died so many times in Fast and Furious.
suspending reality. Well, with the reality that was suspended here briefly, but yeah, how do you feel about Sam Wilson over here stopping fighter jets? Just him and Joaquin.
I mean, there was literally nothing else they could do. I mean, it's just like what X-Men First Class. Either let them all go to war or find a way to stop it from happening. But I really like the fighters, the scene overall, because I like he's an expert in piloting and flying and stuff like that. So it was really nice to see him show his talents like he's done in the other movies. But I really liked with the whole scene overall. Like, I'm gonna be honest with Torres' character. I didn't really like his character until like towards the end of the movie. Like, I liked him in Falcon and Winter Soldier, but in like the beginning of this movie, I didn't really. He was just on the screen for me, to be honest. But I really grew towards his character towards like the end of the movie when he was in the hospital talking with Sam about Sam being the only type of hero that he's seen on TV and wanting to be like that. I really like that scene between those two. But honestly, I thought that Ross was going to actually lose it for a second, because I know in the trailers he goes full Hulk at the White House, but I thought he might have actually snapped for a quick second before actually going full Hulk. But luckily, Sam and Torres have stopped that from happening.
Absolutely. And I did. I'm like you. I grew to like him towards the end of the movie as well. Like, by the end of the movie, I was like, okay, I feel comfortable calling him Falcon now. You know, although he should have listened and wouldn't end up in the ocean like that. But you know, I feel that at the end of the movie. Charles, before we move along, anything else on this? Sam Wilson being like, I'm gonna save the day, and Ross out there going to sending people to steal something that doesn't belong to you. Because had he have not, they wouldn't even been in this if he wouldn't have decided to go take some.
I mean, they weren't gonna let that go. I mean, you already can't get vibranium. There's no way they're gonna let this go.
Right.
But with this, just the whole scene in general, I felt like it is unique to Sam. Like, because Steve Rogers couldn't have done this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Most Avengers couldn't have done this. I mean, maybe Hulk, definitely Iron Man, but this was a very uniquely tailored mission for this Captain America. And I think that because it played to the strength of his like super suit and his, talent with the wings and whatnot, it really showed us why he is like a necessary part of like any team. Because I mean, if it was him and Cap, what would Cap be doing during that scene? He would be on a boat looking at Sam do everything. So I like that. I like how they show like how he's relevant, how his powers are relevant, how his skill set is relevant, and how it can be like utilized properly. Because I mean, other than his, like I said, counseling abilities, he really doesn't have any real standout abilities. But you put him in a situation like with the Air Force like that, and he the deadliest thing out there. And yeah, them wings is something else, man. Because bro was taking missiles to the back, and like it was absolutely nothing. So it's like, yeah, man, that Wakanda tech is on a different level. But they can fight aliens, so
And I wouldn't share either with them. I'm with Wakanda. I'm not sharing my vibranium with y'all. I don't trust y'all. And at least they showed them if y'all try to steal our stuff, we gonna fight back. Okay.
Yeah, what I mean, nobody uses vibranium properly anyway. They made a disc out of They stole vibranium and made a disc. It's all they
I was Howard Stark, right?
Yeah, hell yeah. One of the smartest people. He made a fucking disc.
See, that's why they don't need it. They don't need it. They right. Just split the adamantium. We'll be stay from around here. Okay, y'all don't know what y'all doing.
All they gonna make is claws with that. So they really not thinking, fam.
So we get Ross finally hulking out, and I liked the way that he kind of transformed. By the way, I like that the leader was in his ear, is like, you ain't no good person anyway. You angry, you want the death and destruction. You out here being mad and want to tear stuff up. Then tear it up, then come on all the way out. He's like egging him on and antagonizing him the whole time, knowing his blood over there boiling, just waiting to break through. So I like that. It's like he was watching his plan come to fruition. And I like that they played it that way, because it's just like, hey, you played on my top for all of these years. I'm about to get you back in a major way. And again, I want you to know that it was me. And a lot of people, again, thought that Sam should had taken the serum, because how you gonna face the Hulk and you a regular person? Okay, well, y'all ain't got Wakanda technology. Okay, that super suit saved his life, because after he would have did a Hulk smash, Sam we would have been attending a funeral real fast. So shout out to Shuri and all of them. But he used his superpowers of being able to talk to people, which is what some of these none of the superheroes want to sit down and have a conversation with people these days. Okay, sometimes you need to talk to people. Okay, what about de-escalation techniques?
No.
What about that? What about can we come to an agreement and a compromise at this point? But see, everybody just want to go, let's do the punching and kicking. You know what? Had Captain America and Bucky sat down with Tony, they wouldn't have double teamed him in Civil War. Why are we not having a conversation? We just want to go ahead and start fighting people. Sam did something when nobody else equipped to do, which was have a conversation. Let's talk him down. This man, just all he wanted to do was see his daughter and prove to people that he wasn't a bad guy. I mean, it didn't really happen like that, but that's really was what he was trying to do. And yes, why the hell is who voted Bucky for anything? That just shows our ass back. And I said, you know what? If you think about the same people that voted Arnold Schwarzenegger to be the governor is the same people that would vote in somebody who is a brainwashed assassin, sniper,
Manchurian candidate,
100-something years old, PTSD.
Oh my God.
Who would vote for him to do anything? And then I was just like, America would. America. See,
this scene was something to me, because as a DMV native, right, born and raised around these parts over here, it was entirely too green for me. It ain't never that green. It ain't never that bright over there in DC like that. The water ain't never that blue. The high saturation on that, because it's a mess over there most times. I did like how the Hulk looked, the Red Hulk looked. I thought it was interesting that they turned his gray hair to black when he hulked out. I was like, okay, that's a choice. But I enjoyed the fight scene. Like, even when Sam had to wrap the wings around him, was taking all the Hulk's, I was like, dang, I was really like, oh snap. It was just on the edge of my seat. So I really very much enjoyed this scene at the end. I've heard it was rewritten. That the Hulk actually died in the original version. That's what people have been speculating. But I guess you can't really kill off the Hulk if he's the president, right? Especially being Captain America. That probably wasn't looking right. So, right. So if they did change it, it makes sense to have him not die in this movie. But yeah,
I don't know how, but if anybody was gonna die, Sam was almost on his last leg.
Sure was. Sure
He was,
was.
he was on his last leg. Malcolm, how did you feel about this end fight scene? And who the hell is voting for Bucky to run anything?
I hate to be the one to say this, but I would vote for Bucky. Just because it's Bucky. Just because it's Bucky. Just like they did with Arnold Schwarzenegger, it was Arnold Schwarzenegger. I would vote for Bucky just because.
Well, how did you feel about this? The end fight scene, and therapy wins in the end.
I like the fight scene. I mean, I thought that Harrison Ford looked really good as the Red Hulk. I'm gonna be honest. This was the first time I've actually enjoyed seeing the Hulk on TV, even if it wasn't the green one. It's been a while since I've liked the Hulk character, so it was good to see Hulk being Hulk.
Being an angry Hulk. Yeah,
being an angry Hulk. One thing I didn't like about the fight was when Sam was getting beat up by the Hulk. Like throughout the whole fight, his vibranium wings were going off. And at the end of the fight, he actually uses the kinetic energy to him. I'm like, you couldn't have done that earlier. You could have ended the fight a little bit sooner with that.
He was trying his best, man. He was just trying to survive.
I think he was trying to build it up. It seemed because when he got punched with it and he blocked it and he noticed the wings vibrating.
But
first he was like, "That would have killed me." That was he was thinking. But
y'all know, I just thought of something. As far as so with this Red Hulk, right? We saw that he could be like damaged and cut and bleed and stuff like that, right?
Right.
But we also know that if you get like the Green Hulk can't really bleed, right? It's this Hulk specifically that can bleed like that. But I thought if you get like Hulk blood on you, you can get that stuff in you to transform you, because isn't that what happened in She-Hulk? That's how the cousin got it.
It got to go into an open wound.
Yeah, it got into an open wound.
But y'all think Sam ain't got no cut eye, no scrape, no nothing on him fighting the Red Hulk?
You right.
You blame it on vibranium.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. I was like, that's maybe like
a sanitizing barrier.
Right, nothing sprayed around. He was slicing him up with them wings. Come on now. I don't know. He about to be the Hulk next movie. American Hulk.
Stern did something to that to his Peels. Just this is exclusive to Ross. Ain't nobody else gonna be this but this guy.
I mean, he did give off heat. Like, he gets hotter as he gets more frustrated. Mm-hmm. That's his thing.
Oh, the heat burn it off, kill off the germ, the virus.
Like he might have been like, what's it called when they cauterize? He could have been cauterizing the wound as he, since he didn't bleed much. Maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to get them way out, man.
I see.
Charles grabbing at straws at this point.
The wound healed itself. With the heat.
And the Wakandans had to sanitize on the suit. It was antibacterial.
Exactly.
But Charles,
I wanted to point out another part of the scene that I liked. Yes. It was the cherry blossoms. I like Japan a lot, so I really dug. Because isn't that a thing that they do in DC? They have like a little cherry blossom event out there.
Festival. Yeah, well, yeah. The tourist trap. I thought
yeah, I thought that was really cool to see that. So I really enjoyed that part. But I know Ross was probably pissed because he fix all of that up just for Betty, and now he just outright destroyed it by himself.
Yeah, exactly. He wanted to take the stroll through the cherry blossoms with his daughter, and maybe that was the thing that calmed him down.
And Sam flew his ass.
Exactly. When he took a look around to say, how you gonna walk through the cherry blossom tree festival and ain't no cherry blossom trees because you tore them down.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I think that kind of set him up in there. But Charles, how do you feel about at the end of the day? We could have had a conversation about this long before you destroyed the cherry blossom trees. Like, let's talk about it. Just talk about it.
I mean, he had the. It's hard to reason with a Hulk, you know.
It kind
Yeah.
of is. I thought he was going
was.
to. I honestly thought, y'all, he was about to say that, hey, big guy, the sun's getting real.
Son
Right.
getting real.
I
Now
was
Thor
waiting
already
on the
tried that.
lullaby.
Thor tried that at Ragnarok.
I don't know. Maybe a Black Widow has to be the one to give it to you or something. But I really thought that when he said, like, hold on, I thought he was about to spit that lullaby real quick, and that's not what
Yeah.
happened.
I think a lot of people don't realize though that like he didn't calm Ross down. Like Ross chose to transform back into a person. Cause
You
like
saw
only
the cherry blossom.
yeah,
Finally.
what was it? Only Bruce is the only one that can't turn it on and off like that. Cause he has like a multiple personality disorder. So each Hulk he turns into a different person. But like with She-Hulk, like she's the same person whether she's big and green or not.
Mhm.
And the same thing with Ross, he's the same person. So a lot of people kind of got confused and thought like he talked them down, he calmed them down. It's like, nah, he reasoned with him. Like he literally hit him with some real deal counseling, reasoned with him, reasoned with the man, and the man decided to calm down. And so, counselor wins. That's his superpower, man. Like
Mhm.
Captain America Steve Rogers, Captain America is a motivator, and
Yeah, he
like,
did. He made some good speeches now.
but Sam Wilson, Captain America, is a sympathizer. Like they have two different methods of achieving the same goal.
Oh, absolutely. That goes deeper. He destroyed the object that could reunite his family. It was the symbol of frustration. And
Mhm.
he saw that was his bat signal to Betty was those, cherry blossom trees, and he was trying to get her to come on back, and Sam pointed out, like, look, where y'all gonna take that little father-daughter stroll at to now?
Mhm.
You messing everything up, figuratively and literally.
Like, did you not, like, clearly you don't care that you destroyed the White House, but do you care about these trees?
Mhm. Nope.
do they matter to you at all? And I'm glad that he decided to do that, because sometimes you just need to sit and have a conversation about something. Ain't nobody sat down and talked to nobody since T'Challa died. That's the whole thing. But T'Challa was trying to sit and talk and reason with people.
Mhm.
It was like, we could talk about it. Now everybody ain't
They
ready to
tried
talk
to
about it.
reason with Kang and Ant-Man. They tried to read. He just wasn't hearing it.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
No, they weren't trying to reason with Kang. They just didn't want to get their ass.
Oh, he
Nah,
was handing it to him.
Kang was like, "Hey, I ain't even gonna go to y'all reality. Just give me what I need." And
He was a very reasonable man, if you think about it, Kang.
he was very reasonable. It's just
Mhm.
what he wanted to do was so bad.
Was it though?
Y'all think she was giving? I know it's a completely different movie. Y'all think she was giving it to Kang? Oh, what's her name?
Oh man, ain't no way, cause they were there for too long. So
I was like, she was definitely putting it on him for
yo,
sure.
she
He was
was
like, look,
already
baby, I ain't
living
even
for
gonna go
Bill
to your
Murray.
movie. You safe, baby girl.
How long was she in there?
Bill Murray. They was in there for like years because
Yeah,
Michael Douglas was in. Michael Douglas was Pam. He was in what, Korean War.
it was a minute she was in
From the
there with that
Korean
man.
War to 2000 and something, she was in there.
Putting it on him.
She folded in 48 hours. I doubt. I ain't even give her that long. Of course she folded.
Yeah, it's just the two of them. Yeah, bro.
Mm-hmm.
She folded real fast. The only reason she was tiptoeing around in the first place. She didn't want nobody to, bring that part up. But
That's
Right.
hilarious. That's hilarious. Now you done rewrote the whole. Hey, it would have been a better movie though.
I'm sure the fan fictions go crazy. I'm sure.
They might have a deleted scene or something that they could have,
That's terrible.
Why y'all left that part out? Why we ain't talk about that?
Mhm.
She been out here for a while. She probably didn't even think she was going home. She's like, they're not gonna know. They'll never
Mhm.
know. Who's gonna know?
Then they find her ass. And she ain't said nothing. She ain't.
But getting to the end of the movie, you all, Ross is in the raft, the leader's in the raft, okay, And they're leaving Sam up to find the next group of Avengers. Before we get to our overall rating of the movie, I want to know from each one of you all on the panel, who do y'all think Sam is gonna pick for the next Avengers? Malcolm, let me start with you. Who do you think he's gonna go recruit?
I know he's his biggest op, but maybe Ant-Man.
Okay, maybe Ant-Man, the Wasp still there, and the daughter have her little, Cassie Lang that's out there. Okay. Got to pick for the Ant-Man family. C, who do you think that Sam is gonna recruit?
I'm gonna say Captain Marvel. I think he's gonna try and get her on the team and or Miss Marvel. One of the two. That's
okay. Some good picks. Okay, Charles, who we going after for the Avengers?
I don't even know, man. I'm hoping the Hulk, and I say that because this last movie was a Hulk movie, pretty much.
Okay.
And it would be nice to lead off with like Sam, like Captain America and the Hulk both rebuilding the Avengers together or whatnot. Especially with the Gamma villains being established now. So yeah, and I think Marvel owns the rights to Hulk now. They just got them like this year.
Okay.
So yeah, thinking that means that.
So y'all ain't thinking hard enough. Y'all need to go. Y'all got to think deeper. We need to go and get
somebody black. Somebody.
Ironheart.
We need to get Iron. We need to go get Moon. What about Moon Knight? Yeah, let's go get Moon.
Oh, my baby ain't going on the Avengers, baby.
Yeah, he's too crazy. He's
crazy as hell.
That's him. We need somebody that's a little cray. Go on out there and get Moon Knight. Both personalities. Let's bring them on in the fold. We need to get Shang-Chi and all of his 10 rings. Don't come in here with 9. Don't come in here with 5. I need Shang-Chi in here with all 10 of them rings, them bracelets. Let's come on in here. Y'all act like Shuri doing something, okay? Shuri, come on in here. Okay, and actually, let's see. Yeah, Shuri, come on. And if you don't want to do it, how old is
trying to be the Black Panther?
She ain't even trying to stick up for Wakanda like that.
How old is the baby? How old is Toussaint at this point?
Oh my God,
are we old enough?
We're gonna need a time skip for him to be.
Let's go and get Toussaint. And you know what? Let's go re-recruit Spider-Man, because y'all might not have known that Spider-Man, but y'all know somebody over there fighting crime in Queens at this point. So let's go on and get Spider-Man again. Let everybody get reintroduced. He already know his way around.
But I'm saying Hulk would know who Spider-Man is if they follow the comics. Because in the comics,
no, they did the thing.
I know, but in the comics, everybody forgets Spider-Man too. In a very similar fashion, but Hulk remembers. Banner forgot, and because Hulk calls him Peter. When they
you think it's going to be Bruce Banner's Hulk and not his son coming for New Avengers?
Oh man, freaking what's his name? Scar. His name is.
Yeah,
Yeah, I forgot all about him.
You know what? Just bring all the Hulk family. Then bring She-Hulk. Bring Bruce.
She-Hulk can't come. She already break the fourth wall. They already ruined her chances of coming with that whole Kevin Feige machine that she can rewrite everything.
Exactly.
Man, we gotta have She-Hulk, man.
And why not Deadpool?
She ain't coming. And what's a girl from who got all the powers ain't coming? What's her name from the Samuel Jackson? What was it? The show?
Miss Marvel. Oh, you talking about
Secret Invasion?
What you call this daughter?
Yes,
is her name like Gia or that girl who has everyone's power? She ain't coming either. Too OP.
She's supposed to be a Super Scroll or whatever.
Yeah, too OP. She can't come. So She-Hulk can't come either. They're gonna write themselves into a corner. There's no way.
No,
unless they fight somebody big enough. They fighting Dr. Doom.
Oh, what about Miss Marvel? Get her with her time hopping ass.
I think she's coming over there. I think
let's go get Miss
America
Chavez. That's the one. America Chavez. Let's get her. Because what's she doing?
They're gonna be like young Avengers probably. Like,
yeah, she can't do too much or nothing but hop around. I'm all right with not bringing.
Well, we might need to go in time hop to pull pull the Fantastic Four in here. Okay,
Then
sometimes
it's too much confusing. Captain America, Captain America, it's too much.
go get Dead. We need to go get Deadpool from another timeline at this point. Let's go get Deadpool from another timeline. Let's go get
Deadpool
Blade. Let's
belongs
put
on one
Blade in the
team and
Avengers.
one team
Y'all ain't
on.
doing nothing else with Blade. Let's at least recruit. Let's go and recruit Blade or something.
And
There was
Blade
like
ain't gonna join the
Midnight Suns.
Avengers.
Blade and Moon Knight, they're in that Midnight Suns thing, right? So.
Yeah, they ain't gonna join no damn Avengers.
Right.
If Blade can join the Blood
Part-time
Pack, then he
Avengers.
can join the Avengers for 5 seconds. Okay.
Man, part-time
Only-
Avengers. Blade worse than Batman. He's definitely part-time Justice League.
They definitely ain't trying to talk to nobody though, because they all about ass whooping, and then we'll you could let somebody else talk about it later. Okay, they talk later and whoop ass first. But I'm saying, y'all, we got to dig deeper, because if what's coming, they say what's coming is supposed to be coming. We need to get all the people. Where is Doctor Strange? Did he die at the end of Multiverse of Madness? Or is he still out there?
Nah,
Chasing the snow bunny through the galaxy.
Yeah, what's Shorty name?
Oh.
He was like, "Hey, you trying to go?" He was like, "Hell yeah."
I'll follow that thing anyway, baby. Let's go.
We're losing sight of the objective here, people. We are losing sight of where we need to be. Okay, let's go find some of these X-Men out here. Okay, we got the adamantium now. Where is Logan? Is all I'm saying. We need somebody like that.
How they gonna do Wolverine anyway? Because he's supposed to be older than everybody. You know what I'm saying?
And it always takes some convincing to pull him.
I think, in my opinion, the X-Men should have already been there, and Professor X should have just been hiding mutants with his powers to make people see whatever he wants them to see. But they ain't gonna do that. They're gonna do some incursion shit to other dimension.
Well, see, that's why we need America Chavez, because we're going to have to go and hop some timelines. And matter of fact, since we hop in timelines, if Peter Parker don't want to do the job, where's Miles Morales at? We might need to just go get the black one in.
Oh, my God.
Well, what's his name?
This is going to be black as hell.
Black Avengers.
Okay, y'all weren't thinking enough. Y'all got to go deeper into the streets. Okay, at least we need to dig deep, because if we got to face Dr. Doom, and we got to face the Skrulls, and we got to face the incursions of the timeline, and some Celestials that's coming, we need all that we can get at this point. But overall rating. So, and thinking about, when you're rating it, think about the cast. I want y'all to think about, the writing, production value, cinematography, even the score. Shout out to them playing "I Love Myself" at the end of the movie, Kendrick Lamar. I said, okay, this is a song choice, especially how it ended off with, Sam talking about, feeling worthy, and Torres talking about, having people to look up to. I think playing Kendrick at the end of that was right on time. I'm gonna start with you. C, what is your overall rating?
Okay. Casting, I enjoyed the casting outside of Harrison Ford. Direction, cinematography. I think that they did a great job kind of meshing all of the rewrites together. So I'm gonna say the directing was good. Score, soundtrack, one good song does not a soundtrack make. I don't know. I'm going to deduct points for the soundtrack. Premise, very interesting. I love that whole Nigerian candidate kind of vibe it had. And writing, again, I feel like even with the rewrites, they did a great job of putting it all together. So if 5 being the best, 0 being the worst, clearly, I'm going to give it a good 3.5. 3.5. Honestly, I like it better than the first Captain America movie.
That's what I think. Y'all noticed that first Captain America movie was boring.
Yes, it was.
Well, we split 50-50 on that.
Yeah.
What you got, Malcolm? What's your overall rating?
I like it. So I liked everybody in the cast except for fake Black Widow. I didn't like her towards the end of the movie.
Why? I liked her a little bit more at the end of the movie when she said Bucky kind of, how old is he here? I said, I didn't like you, but I didn't.
To the black man, so that's why I didn't like her that much. Direction and cinematography. I really like that. Score soundtrack. It did this. It was good. It did the same thing as Black Panther. Played a Kendrick song at the end of it, so I like that.
Y'all can't
That was
name one
actually
song beside that Kendrick Lamar song in this movie. Talking about the soundtrack was good.
I mean,
that's true.
they had a couple of little things in there in
I
there that kept me going, but that's just the one that hit hard at the end. It hit.
Premise and writing, I thought it was really good. Everything about it was good. I would give it a 3.5 out of 5. I mean, to be honest, in my opinion, it felt too short for me. I felt like there was a couple of things that went by too fast. It felt more like a Disney Plus. Felt like it should have been like a Disney Plus show in terms of like how the pacing was going and stuff like that. But I liked it. It could have been better, but overall I liked it.
Okay.
So what was that? What was the score? What you got? What you gave it?
3.5
3.5.
out of
Okay, we
5.
got another 3.5. Okay, all right. Charles, what about you?
3 out of 5.
Ooh,
Okay. Okay, how did we arrive to this conclusion?
I mean, well, it is better than Captain America, the original
Okay.
First Adventure, but that's not a bad movie. It's a good movie. I like that. But my real issue is that it's not a Cap film. It's kind of like Captain America saves individuals' humanity. Like he is, you know what I'm saying? Like he's not really like he's saving the world inadvertently, like the only way he knows how. It's very it's missing more Cap. Like I want more Cap struggling with the mantle and what it means versus what America means. And it had some times where they leaned towards that, but they didn't go fully. So I guess I'm saying it was too safe, I guess.
Okay.
And especially with like little Shorty, the little Black Widow chick, she is her character from the comics is Israeli or whatnot. And they kind of showed her outfit, but it's like the Israel flag or whatnot. But they had mostly covered up, and like we know why they mostly covered that up. And it's just a lot of political things going on in the world. Like, I mean, you have the president who is beefing with an ally, and he's bright red. Like,
So you saying they watered it down? You said they ain't want to go too deep.
you know,
they ain't want
to make them orange.
They ain't want to push the envelope.
Exactly. And it's like, come on, man, because they did that with Winter Soldier, like the whole Nazis infiltrating America and whatnot. Like there was an actual Nazi party in America back during World War II, like in real life. And the guy who made Captain America, he made the character to respond to growing Nazi sentiments in America. So that played out in Winter Soldier. Like we had the Nazis actually infiltrate the country. In this one, you have an antagonistic president who is lying about something, beefing with your allies. And right now we have an antagonistic president beefing with our allies. And they just didn't want to take that next step and make that statement. It's like they just hint to it. And like if they had made the statement, I would have given it a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, no, because then that you know how many people would have been up in arms. I'm glad they didn't take it all the way there.
I know.
Sometimes it's for movies just need to be for escapism. And it's a Marvel movie. This ain't no damn political thriller for real. This is a damn superhero movie.
That's what I think they could do it, but not with Sam in the lead. Like I think they could lean more into it, but
right. Next thing you know, they'll be calling this, Afrocentric, militant Captain America.
Exactly. They could do, and the thing is, they could do more of that, but
I think they should lean into that. Like actually, in my opinion. Because I feel like it will alienate fewer people than they actually think. Because like most if you read the comics, if you have any like level of like media literacy while you're reading the comics, if you are like on a certain political spectrum, you know it's talking about you. You know what I'm saying? Like Senator Kelly from X-Men, like that's Mike Pence. Like, like it's talking about you. And if you don't know that, then you're not paying attention. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like there's more people who read this stuff or knows this stuff that realizes that it is talking about certain sectors of society and whatnot. And I think they should just lean into it, man. Like, stop beating around the bush. These safe movies get boring, fam. Like,
All right.
in my opinion, I'm not the one making the money and losing money.
But it's also, remember, a production of the mouse. And sometimes when you work for the mouse, you can't do too much, which is why I am somewhat, feeling indifferent about what we're going to do with Daredevil, because Netflix said we can do what we want to do. And they didn't hold back anything with Daredevil. But now that we're over here with the mouse, I don't know. I don't know what's going to actually even become of their their rated R productions now, and how much they're going to push on us with Daredevil. We will be covering Daredevil and talking about it, so I'm not sure how it's going to be handled these days. But again, y'all know with Disney, we got to put Mickey in the front of it, and so they got to say, well, we can't do that. We can't do too much. But thank you all for showing up and talking this movie with us. Y'all drop in the comments, what is your overall rating of the movie? I know Jay said he gave it a 3.5. My rating also was a 3.5. And that was simply because if we're going to do a Hulk movie, where's Bruce? Where's Bruce? I mean, they could have threw him in the after credit or something. What is it, Smart Hulk? We could have seen Smart Hulk in there just somewhere, because they let Bucky pop in there for what, 2 minutes. We could have did the same thing. But if we're gonna do a Hulk sequel, I think that Banner should have been in there somewhere. But that was my 3.5 there. But y'all put in the comments, what is your overall rating for the movie? How did y'all like it? We get some good comments. Or that's fine. Like the movie, drop your ratings in the comments, your overall ratings of the movie, which again, I did appreciate this movie. I did like it though. Sam is a hero that truly is a hero, not somebody that just wants to be a hero. John Walker, who just John Walker wants to be a hero. Sam literally is a hero. So I would we got to give kudos to that. Before we get up out of here, I'm gonna let our guests tell y'all what's going on their channels, what they got going on, where you can find them, and all of that good stuff. Let me see what's going over there. That's Superior.
So we're talking about Invincible on my channel every Thursday. I believe the next episode 5 of Invincible. So join me at 7:30 on Thursday to discuss the new show. I'm also going to be talking about Something Kindred. It's a book. I'm going to be talking about that with Books, Girls, and Purrs. Also, I discuss the Mayfair Witches. I do a watch along every Monday on Mayfair Witches, and also do a live after show with My Sweet Perspective and Tyra and her reels. So that's also on Monday around 7-ish. And yeah, that's what's going on around my parts, neck of the woods, on See the Superior on all platforms.
Thank you, C. Malcolm, let us know what you got going on and let us know where to find you.
Well, on my channel, I've been talking about Black anime characters since it's Black History Month. The next video I'm going to be dropping is I'm going to be talking about the greatest minority hunter in anime history. You can find you can find me on Instagram, Malcolm Joestar. But subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and that's all I gotta say.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, y'all. And thank you, everybody who chimed in the chat to voice your opinions on the movie and to hang out with us and talk Captain America Brave New World. And we know this opened up for a world of stuff. We have Adamantium now to work with. We know the Avengers are going to be put back together after this. The Hulk story continues after this. Bucky is what now? How is Bucky in political office and in the Thunderbolts? I'm trying to put these things together. But y'all, we're gonna find out. More nerd content coming from us. Right now on the page or on our channel is a review for Heart Eyes, the Valentine's Day horror movie. Severance Sundays every Sunday. We got Daredevil coming up next. Also be covering Godfather of Harlem season 4 when that pops out. The movie The Monkey is also on my list. The movie Sinners is on my list. And again, make sure you hit subscribe on all the channels, hit that thumbs up button. And again, thank you panelists for chiming in here with us to talk about the movie. Put your ratings in the comments, everyone. And if I haven't already told you several times before, happy Black History Month, y'all.
Black History Month.
Trust me, I say this justly. I went from musty to musky, and y'all can't mush me. I warn y'all hornballs, I hush puppies. The swans in the pond called my duck ugly, but now they hug me because it's lovely. They love the aroma of the world. Got the shakers and the skaters and the players and the girls. Keep the fakers and the flakers and the haters in the twirl. You want the Pokemon? Hey, I got ya. You want the realness? Well, I got ya. I know you're sick of them niggas becoming watch ya. Either they pimps or they max or they monsters. You want the real shit? Well, I got ya. You see my niggas here, you know we proper.